That time is now. Let's make this moment let it young. The time is now. Let's make this moment last. Give up yourself onto the moment. The time is now. Give up yourself onto the moment. Let's make this moment last.
How we get on? Baines to Skirtle. Oh, good chance for Skirtle there to get off the mark, but to no avail. I think it's because Skirtle has hair in this. That's probably why he's not scoring. If he just got like just reverted to bald, I think he'd probably score that personally.
Well, this is the the penultimate game for Chelsea.
Yes.
Is it still 0-0? Yeah, still 0-0.
No, Derby just scored actually with the wonderfully named Benny Feilhaber. Yeah, they just scored literally as you asked. It's almost like you fucking knew.
I didn't. I'm still on 0-0 here.
Jinx and a
29
half.
minutes.
But yeah, all right. Unfortunately, I think the young lad Knight, I think is Sean Knight, got pulled in by Earnshaw, and De Jong couldn't cover the ground. So that is where we're at.
Have you thought about what you want to do for challenge number 3? Or does that
I've
all
got a few
depend on
ideas.
who wins
We've got,
the Champions
yeah.
League?
Well, I think realistically, whoever wins the Champions League should decide what we do next. So yeah, I've got a few ideas in mind. I'm sure you have as well, Dave.
There's just so many databases. Like I think 94,
Hmm.
95 would be an interesting one.
That's 2-0 up to Derby now.
Yeah.
I think it's a marginal offside, but I think he's on.
Yeah.
He is on, yeah. So 2-0 to Derby. Ah, this is a damn squib in the fucking half.
I think like as far as challenges go,
This was a tough one. In the end, it was tougher than it looked.
this is really tough. I mean, you went
Yeah.
fucking unbeaten for almost a full whack
And still lost. Like
and still lost the
still
fucking league.
lost. Yeah.
But I mean, United are beating Sunderland fucking 11-0.
Yeah.
You
Look,
know,
I don't
I have to play them in FA Cup fucking final. But I beat Barcelona and knocked them out of Champions League, so
mm,
they don't know what's coming from them yet.
okay. Right, a bit of a balk at half time. I'm gonna probably put some of the grown-ups on towards the end of the match to try and rescue something from this. Because my kids are not doing any, oh, tell a lie. Baines in the corner. And Skirtle hits a crossbar. Jesus fucking Christ. The goal's that way. Hit aim down. Right. All right, let's make some changes. So Etienne's already on because De Jong carry has a knock. So let's go with John Terry into the ninth. Shevchenko off for Barini. Maluda off for Malay. Fina off. All right. No.
Rafinha.
And I'll put Lampard on instead of Kalu. Okay. Gonna go full gung ho. Let's have some fun. Okay. Okay, corner for us. and Terry heads it over. It's not happening for us today, unfortunately.
No, it's
Yeah,
a Derby win, which puts them
Skirtle
nowhere,
heads it over
nowhere,
again.
nowhere. It gives them ninth. They win
Yeah,
today, they secure ninth in the table. So
I mean, considering what happened to them in real life, that is a fucking tremendous success for them. Let's be fair here.
Fulham relegated.
Yeah.
Blackburn, Sunderland, and Wigan all on the final day of the season. Middlesbrough could still go down.
Hmm.
There's still a
Interesting.
possibility mathematically that could still go down. If Wigan and Sunderland are both winning
Whoever's
their
got a
games
goal
and
back.
Middlesbrough are losing, Middlesbrough could drop in.
Yeah.
We'll,
Looks
we'll
like
see.
Drogba has scored a goal for us. It's going to review,
Ooh.
and it's been chalked off for offside. So we're back down to 2-0.
What's that?
And that is the right call because he's off by a fucking mile. That's fair enough. I can't be annoyed at that. Hey, come on, lads. At least got a goal in. Shoot. Okay, don't shoot then, Baines, if you're gonna aim for the fucking corner flag. Jesus Christ. Terrible shot. And we are going to lose 2-0 Derby at home. What a tremendous way to end the fucking season. Fuck's sake. Jesus, can't even get a fucking goal in entry time. Like, ridiculous.
We're on 90 minutes now.
Yeah, no, it's not happening for us, unfortunately. Like, we're literally like down the fucking throat of the Derby County team, and we're still not getting anywhere. So that's us. That's full time. And if there's any proof that we've lost this challenge, it's a home loss to fucking Derby.
On to the cup finals.
Well, we have small matter of our last games of the season as well. So
Yep, that'll finish off the night with the final games.
yeah, exactly. But overall, so do you have anything in particular that you wanted to do for challenge, Dave? Uh, have you got anything in mind?
I'm tempted to go to a new league, new country.
Okay.
I am tempted
Hmm.
because 94, 95, thinking maybe hitting Italy.
That would have been the height of the Serie A now, in fairness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the challenge is. Yeah, I have to see.
Hmm.
What about you?
Um.
The SPFL one
So
is still there, like the
yeah,
Scottish Premier League, but trying to win it without Celtic and Rangers.
yeah, I'm calling that. Yeah, I kind of coined that as the Sir Alex challenge. Is to take a
Yeah,
team outside of the old firm, and within 2 seasons,
win it.
uh, win it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to do a Leicester, like replicate the Leicester League win as well.
Okay.
So the
That's gonna
premise
be
would
a
be that's going to be
challenge.
tricky. Yeah. Um, the the crack would be to um the crack would be to take a team. So we'd do like there is a patch for like the most recent like squads and managers. So it would be to sim a season and a half's worth. So we have a season that changes up the teams that were like say promoted up to the league up to that point. We sim up to basically Christmas of the second season, and that's where we jump in at and take a team that's in the bottom six at that point. And the first half of the challenge is to survive relegation, and the second half of the challenge then is to win the Premier League the next season.
Whew.
Now, now for those for those who are unaware, I did a dry run of this already to see like what kind of teams we would get in this kind of combination. So in the league sim that I got, the three teams that got promoted were Middlesbrough, Leeds, and Sheffield, I think. Oh no, it was Burnley. It was Burnley, Borough, and Leeds. And in the three teams that were in the bottom half would it were Villa, Southampton, and someone else. Um, Possibly, I don't think it was any of the kind of middle class teams as it were. So it would have been uh Southampton was definitely one of them. Villa was the other, and I can't remember what the other one was.
Carlo Ancelotti has been sacked
I just saw
by
that, yeah.
AC
Fuck.
Milan. Legitimately.
Holy shit. That's a damn. What did he do to piss off AC Milan there for that?
Well, given where they are in the table, it's no fucking surprise.
I see what you mean, actually, yeah.
So if we go to Italy, they're down in fifth.
It's, okay, that's actually a bit of a
You know
shocker
what I mean?
for
Like,
AC Milan, yeah, yeah. At the time, that's a shocker for AC Milan, to be fair. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like basically like try and replicate the that Leicester City season by because that's why I wanted to kind of give the year and a half equivalent because it
yeah,
gives like certain teams a little bit of a decline and some an incline, and then see like in that little bit of where those transitions are. So say like the Man City team would still be transitioning a good bit at this point, and the Liverpool team, the as shall we say, the Klopp Liverpool team is would be
yeah,
practically gone at that stage. Your Van Dijks and the Salahs are gone at that point, and you're left with essentially a the likes of Diaz and Jota declining. Let's say City would be overhauled, I should think, by that point because you'd have no De Bruyne, no Bernardo and stuff like that. Grealish, all of
yeah.
them would be all on the decline. And also it like the extra few like season the extra season or two gives you a chance to have like basically say like okay if these players have had a particularly bad run you might actually be able to like get them on a cheap
True,
so
true. Don't know why you've been kicked
and
out. Weird.
now the other one I also wanted to do was if uh if we were able to is do a League of Ireland save uh
Ooh.
but for that we would require four players because I want to do a battle for Dublin
Shells,
so
Pats, Bows,
and Rovers.
and Rovers. Ooh. Now that would be tasty.
That would be tasty. So that's what I would like to do personally. But that takes a lot of coordination and I can
Interesting.
tell you for a fact I would not want to fucking edit that for a second. But that would be fun. I would like in an ideal world, like money no object, logistics no object. That's the
Well, here's
safe
the
one
thing.
I do.
We don't have to record it. I mean, if you wanted to do like a Battle for Dublin save, we could invite, well, we could get
Yeah,
Aaron
we can find people. Yeah, yeah.
to jump on or whatever.
But he should be nearly like at a point of joining us on the series anyway. That's a hint, Aaron, by the way. Um, so where are we at now on the final day? So what's the tastiest affair? Probably actually Spurs Chelsea, to be honest, out of all those
Yeah,
games.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
got Scott Carson in goal, Naldo,
Oh, you're
um,
taking your breeder here then. So
110%.
okay, okay, right. Anyway, so moving on. I am gonna pick my best team here for this one. So let's see if we can end the season on a high and go from there. So go. Uh, De Guzman, SEN. The Goodman really started off quite well, but he's plateaued a little bit in the last few games, which is a shame.
Mm.
But hopefully something like this now will spark him back into life. And Charles Phillips now I've been very impressed with too. He's done quite well on the right for me. Seems to suit the tactics very well. But yeah, little bit of a damn script to end the season, but done okay. You're rotating your squad for the last game then.
Yeah, I'm putting Ronald Huth in centre
Nice.
back. Dean Bazanis in goal, 17-year-old Bazanis.
Hmm.
Um, Pato Vazte and Govu up front.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Mascherano, Leyva, and Sissoko midfield. Marcelo left back, Finn right back, Naldo. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's fucking
Hmm.
go. Last game of the season, baby. Are we all starting at 3, yeah? Or 2 o'clock on
Yes.
a Sunday?
I think everyone's the same kickoff. So
Let's go. Birmingham away at St Andrews.
here we go. Yes, we are. We finish our season in London, but the wrong part of London. Part of London we don't
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Although I'm just looking at the form, guys. Spurs haven't won a game in 5. Like, if things were slightly different, if we were still in the hunt, I actually would have been like happy to face these fuckers.
yeah.
But as you can see there, as you can see there from the league, they're actually now sitting 6, so they can't get Champions League football now. So it's only the UEFA Cup now for them at this point. But for the crack, I will check to see how the league is going. I can just see there, by the way, that Blackburn have already scored against West Ham, so they're now out of the drop zone by goal difference.
Wow.
So that 11-0 for Sunderland. Yeah, maybe they should have actually fucking tried.
Yeah,
That
I
seemed like
mean,
a bad result in the end.
you're gonna get relegated.
And goal for us against Spurs. Sean Roy Phillips with a tap in after about 7 to 8 minutes on the clock. Right,
Nice.
Maluda with a run to the byline, right across the goal, and Roy Phillips tap in on the opposite side. Fabulous stuff. That is the football I wanted, and that's what you can expect in a few weeks' time, Dave.
Lucas Leiva opens the scoring for Liverpool 1-0.
What? He's not allowed to do that. I still morally object to him scoring any form of goal. Although actually, Dirk Kuyt has scored for Arsenal against Wigan, and then Wigan have immediately equalised. So now that's
I forgot he was on
scored.
loan.
Yeah. And Bolton have scored against Sunderland, so Sunderland are going down as things stand. Good fucking riddance, these bastards.
110%. They
Yeah,
are gone. Bye bye.
yeah, you deserve it.
See you later.
By far the
Match
worst, like
match
defense.
fixing bastards.
Well, fairness, we started off our season like beating them 8-2. Like they've always been shit. In fairness, and that's 2-0 to Chelsea. Frank Lampard, another tap in. This time Rafinha on the byline and he cuts it across and Lampard pretty much on the penalty spot. So we're smashing Spurs here at the minute. Like not even smashing, we're
Good.
just cruising. We're not even like this is like 39 minutes on the clock now and we're just cruising them. Actually, that is a bit of a fumble from the keeper actually, because like Rafinha tries to drill it home, he kind of pounds it away from goal, but just into Lampard's path. Like,
Good save, Bazanis. Get in there, lad.
tell John Terry to mark Dimitar Berbatov. I didn't think I'd have to tell John Terry to do that. I think like to think he fucking would anyway. Hey, where are we at now? So,
I think John Terry gets confused when he say Mark Dimitar Berbatov. He thinks, okay, he's out, his wife's at home alone.
oh yeah, yeah, true. No, I think he
You know
thinks like it's like when you say Mark Berbatov. I never heard of Mark Berbatov before.
what I mean?
uh,
1-1, Liam Ridgewell.
indeed.
Liam Ridgewell.
Hmm. I'm just looking at so I think stand at half time, Wigan are staying up by virtue of them uh drawing against the Arsenal. Sunderland and Blackburn are going down as things stand because West Ham have come back to beat them 2-1 at the moment, thanks to fucking Dean Ashton. Bastard. Um, I never wanted to listen to Talksport anyway because it's full of gammons, but now I have a valid reason why I don't
Oh,
like them.
sport, yeah, fair.
And Craig Bellamy's just put another one past him now. And John Carew has scored for Villa against Manchester United.
Of course, yes.
How fucking ironic, huh?
Yep.
How ironic.
Oh,
Honestly.
it could be a goal for Birmingham here.
Dean
Nope, the
Ashton,
big bald head Ronaldo does his job.
good stuff. Dean Ashton has made it a hat trick now against Blackburn, so they're definitely on down. Although it's actually 4-2, so there's still a chance. Speaking of chances, here's one for Spurs here. Afonso Alves scores. Well taken by Afonso Alves. He bailed out of that Borough fucking team when at the right time.
Pato 2-1 Liverpool, but it's probably going to be called
Lovely.
offside.
Well, let's hope not. But yeah, Alves with the goal there.
No, it's given 2-1.
Nice. And it's 2-2. Actually, Spurs have just equalised, but that surely is offside. No, apparently not.
Oh,
Alves
2-2
is,
in your game?
yeah, Alves has scored again. That was fucking ridiculous. I'm sure he's the offside there, surely. No, no, in fairness, John Terry is playing him on, the fucking idiot. So yeah, we're all level here again. Again, lads, I shouldn't have to tell you to mark Alfonso Alves. He's a fucking striker. Mark him anyway, as a point of order. You're a defender. Like, it's fucking children that have to fucking manage.
Well, that's a win on the final day of the league for Liverpool.
Hmm.
Tottenham still
Whatever.
2-2 against Chelsea. Let's view the
Yeah,
last
so it's
few
actually
minutes.
been a little bit touch and go here, but I am taking off players anyway. So uh, even if we do lose it, I'd rather keep people fit and healthy. Bergtoff just hit the post, actually, would you believe? We've 18 minutes left to play on this one.
And West Ham are up to fifth. West Ham are up to fifth, people.
Hmm.
Dean Ashton hat trick.
Fuck him. Never liked him.
Oh, God. Fucking Dean Ashton.
Right, hello, John Carew.
Kalu. Oh, fuck off.
It's so close. Tevez equalizes for United, by the way. It's still in the balance between for the relegation scraps, by the way, because Wigan are still holding Arsenal to a draw, and Sunderland have got a goal back in their game as well. So it's still to play for. Still have to play for
Chevy
here as well.
Chase. Chevy
Yeah.
Chase coming way too deep.
Well, it worked anyway. Oh,
That's
chance.
offside. That's
Yeah.
offside.
Fucking missed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fuck's sake. Better have better shooting boots than that when he's playing against fucking Liverpool. That's a penalty.
Penalty.
100%
He
penalty.
was spit roasted.
Yes, he was. And not in a nice way either.
No, they went in dry.
Bleh. Bleh.
Even
Right.
John Terry has some serious
That
issues with that.
standards.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Moral issue, if anything. Chico, boom, buried it. And there we go.
and that
Will
is
that
the
be it?
end of that, I would imagine.
Well, let's hope
Unless
so.
unless Alves wants to go for the hat trick, which he could do if he wanted to, but hey
Mhm.
ho, I don't think so.
He is that is certainly part of his remit anyway.
Hey,
Hey. We do have a highlight here. We're in possession, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's our highlight. Case in point, Aaron Lennon just nicked the ball
Aaron
off us.
Lennon just like fucking going 90 mile an hour back to the keeper. Like,
Yeah.
well, that's just shy.
Well,
Michael
still,
Dawson, who's now a Sky pundit.
yes, with all those nice tepid takes that he has on a Monday afternoon. It's a right gig he has.
Oh, that's a
It's
red. See you later,
the second
SCN.
yellow. The second yellow.
Bye
Okay.
bye, SCN. Au
Okay.
revoir, au revoir.
Grand. I can put Lampard down there. Not too bad at all. Right. Clear your lines. Clear your lines. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but clear your fucking lines.
Here he is,
Yeah.
Michael Dawson.
Why are we allowing him to play the ball? Well, in fairness, we've known number 10, so
There's a
Lampard has
prime
to.
Barclaysman right there, Ledley King.
Oh, what a man. Man who just said, like, you know what? I won't train with the team. I'll train by myself, like a loner. What a guy.
Aaron
Fuck.
Lennon. Aaron fucking Lennon.
No, everyone fucking looking at him going, ooh, what's the small guy with the ball doing? I'll give you a fucking. He's shooting at the goddamn goal. You fucking idiots.
Oh dear.
Fucking
Dear, oh
hell, lads.
dear, oh dearie me. Picks up the edge of the box, skips past one, in between two,
That's
outside of
against
the foot.
Lampard as well. Like that, or was it? It was Terry. Is that the Terry? Like, for fuck's sake, like.
Oh, you basically just put, you know, Berbatov's wife at his head. Now we can't concentrate.
Yeah,
And scores United game 2-1. Yeah, fair than 90
2-1,
plus
yeah.
3.
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
I've got a highlight.
no fucking way.
It's possible.
Nah, it's not happening. It ain't happening, yo.
Who said it was for Spurs? Call the ambulance, but not for me.
Is there anything left in the tank here for Spurs? I don't see them beating Chelsea, but
Mm.
Alfonso Alves just passing to himself there. That was your chance. Darren Bent, you should be sacked for that.
Good Jesus.
Full time, 3-3 with SCN
3-3.
sent
Fucking.
off.
In fairness, that was a fucking cracking game to end the season. In
True.
all seriousness, that is a cracking game. Meanwhile, how does that affect the league? So officially, right, I'll go through the scores really quickly and then go through the league table, and we'll leave it then with the finals
Cool.
for our final
Cool.
video. So top of the board, Arsenal have beaten Wigan 2-1 at Highbury/Emirates. Dirk Kuyt opened the scoring. Antonio Valencia equalised. Then it was Fernando Belushi with a last-minute winner. That keeps Arsenal fourth, and Wigan are staying up by virtue of goal difference. More on that in a minute. Man United have beaten Aston Villa 2-1. John Carew opened the scoring. Then Tevez and Rio Ferdinand scored the eventual winners for that. So United still finished the league 9 points clear of Chelsea in the end. Aston Villa finishing 12th after sacking Martin O'Neill and getting someone else in. I can't remember. Avram Grant, that's who it was. Birmingham beaten 2-1 by Liverpool. Lucas Leiva, Liam Ridgewell, and then Alexander Pato all on the score sheet. Liverpool finished third, 2 points behind Chelsea and 11 away from United in the end. Birmingham finished 15th and very much safe from danger. Blackburn Rovers 2, West Ham 4. Martin Gans Pedersen in the first minute, cancelled out then by Dean Ashton, and Dean Ashton again. Greg Bellamy. And then Jason Roberts got a goal back for Blackburn. So Blackburn are now relegated from the Premier League, and West Ham
Bye.
will finish fifth and get UEFA Cup football next season. Then we have Derby and Portsmouth with a 1-1 draw between them. John Utaka and Nigel Pearson, it goes, or Stephen
Yep.
Pearson, I should say.
Mid-table purgatory for both teams.
Really fucking much. Derby in 9th on 51, Portsmouth on 43 on 14th. If anything, Portsmouth have really won from getting rid of Harry Redknapp. So, that's little victories. Um, Everton smashing Fulham, who are objectively the worst team in the league by a country mile. So Congreve, Tim Cahill, and Andy Johnson all scoring. So Everton finished 10th in the end. Good for Bobby Robson.
Which is kind of on canon around this time where they did
Yeah.
finish like in or around between ninth and 12th usually.
I think, well, this is the height of the Moisey era. So this actually, they would have been a little bit higher, actually. They would have been where West Ham are playing now at the moment. They would have been fifth, sixth, and seventh.
True, true.
Yeah. So anyway, a little bit, but then they did sack Moisey, so it's only fair. Um, Robert Huth then beat Robert Huth's big mallet scored against Reading for Middlesbrough. So Middlesbrough marked themselves safe technically on the final day. They could have been dragged into it, but they weren't. So they're safe in the Premier League next season. Banger of a game between Newcastle and Man City. Obafemi Martins, Manuel Moraes, then Rolando Bianchi, Yossi Benayoun, and Emre all scoring in that game. Newcastle finished 11th, Man City finished 6th.
And that is the table.
Yes. And then finally, Bolton beating Sunderland 2-1. Kevin Nolan, Davy Bratton, and Carlos Edwards. So Sunderland are down, and Bolton stay up on 13th. And as we mentioned, 3-3 between Spurs and Chelsea. So that's it. Job done.
That is the league over.
That's the league over. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, as campaigns go, it was exciting at times. It was nail
It
biting
was
at times, and
intense. Yeah, it was intense. Like,
but
like
I
80,
mean,
like 84 points and 86 is still a decent haul for a Premier League title. Like there will be some leagues that you probably could win a league title with that, but
yeah,
look who we're up against. Like when you think about it, like this is a Man United
yeah,
team that's won 30 out of 38. That's an insane return, you know?
yeah,
Uh like again, this is how what it's like to go up against a Pep Guardiola Man City team, Like
yeah.
it's impossible, not impossible. Um but yeah, I know there's one game I definitely threw away, which is the Derby game. So realistically, I probably could have finished on 89, but even then, that still wasn't enough to win the league.
Yeah.
You're still finishing 6 points away from City United one way or another. And as for Liverpool, you'd say probably third is actually on brand for what we were in 2008 when you think about it. Um, we probably would have been a little bit further away, probably where Arsenal's tally is. So if anything, I'd say, Dave, you probably improved the Liverpool team compared to 2008.
A rang in the changes, that's for sure. A lot of signings, a lot of
Yeah.
outgoings, but oh, look, I finished third, not too
Mm,
far behind yourself, and I've two cup finals coming up. I've got an FA Cup and a Champions League final. So
yeah.
yeah, still a chance for a cup double, still a chance for no trophies, still a chance for one out of two. Who the
Yeah.
fuck knows?
Who
Who the
knows?
fuck
Well,
knows?
so as a finale of this challenge of the Paradox Premiership, we're going to see if we can rewrite history for the FA Cup and the Champions League. Do you remember the FA Cup final from 2008, Dave?
No.
Good, because I think there'd be something wrong with you if you did remember, to be honest with you, because that's memories and stuff that you shouldn't have.
Was it
Would you
Portsmouth?
believe it was Portsmouth versus Cardiff?
Portsmouth,
Yeah,
yeah, Portsmouth,
yeah.
Cardiff, and Portsmouth were relegated that year, I believe.
I don't think they were relegated, no, but I
No,
think
who who
they were
who
relegated the year
who
after.
was it? Wigan that won the trophy and
Wigan.
were relegated. Yeah,
Yeah,
knew it
Wigan.
was one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, because they were
That
playing
was
in Europe
Roberto Martinez. Yeah,
and they got like
fucking.
shit canned almost immediately.
Like, imagine that though. You're a championship club in Europe.
Yeah,
There's Premiership teams that finished seventh that didn't get into Europe.
yeah, they
It's
would
like, what the
have to
fuck is this?
exactly. Yeah,
It's like
but
when
that's
Hibs won the Scottish Cup, we were like, Hibs are in Europe, then the Championship. Like,
yeah, but that's
weird.
that's what happens. That's what happens, dude. Like that's the joy of winning the cup. But yeah, so that's what we have to look forward to. So we're definitely going to be rewriting canon on both fronts, but
Yep,
we shall see.
yep. So we've
Who
got a FA Cup final, Liverpool against United, and we've got a Champions League final,
between
Chelsea against
us?
Liverpool in Wembley of all places. So, I mean, you can't get, you couldn't write a better final day than the
No,
two teams challenging, me and Jonathan's teams both ending up in the Champions League final.
yeah,
It's- you couldn't
can't
write
get any
it,
better
and
than that.
can't get better than that to finish it off. It's going to
Yeah,
be
and
unbelievable.
considering you had a much harder path than I did as well, like You had to clear out Real and Barca. Where I had to deal with just the whole of the French teams. Now Leon are a
Yeah,
good
I
team.
mean,
Play fun
before we head off, if I go into the Champions League and look at the say the quarterfinal stage, right?
Yeah,
Um, not even the quarterfinal. Let's go back to the round of 16. I got
yeah.
Dinamo Bucharest, right? I mean, that was like, okay, I've got Dinamo Bucharest. That's
We had
fine.
a tougher one in the round of 16 with Valencia.
Yeah.
Valencia are a tricky outfit in this.
I mean, you know, my group was Toulouse, Shakhtar, and Sevilla, but I only
Yes.
finished top by a point.
Mm,
It was still tough because Toulouse were really doing well in that group. But if I
yeah.
go to the quarterfinal, I had to do it against Real.
Mm.
And I might add, Man United were knocked out in the round of 16
By Bayern Munich, we
by
should say. Yeah.
Bayern fucking Munich.
Mm,
And then Bayern Munich in turn ended up in
yeah.
the quarterfinal with a little team called Olympique Lyonnais and got
Yes.
fucking hammered 5-0 away from home. I
By Dion, no
mean,
less. Hmm.
I had to take out Real and Barca. And I mean, it's the fact that I knocked Barca and Real out of the Champions League.
It's pretty fucking surreal. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. But yeah, that's where we leave it then. So when we come back, then Dave has a double date at Wembley. First
Yay!
and then second at against us. So yeah,
You
the final countdown begins, my friends.
see you next time.
Good night, everyone.